Crazy. Hello, everybody. How you doing? We're going to go ahead with this another live interview very soon. Hey, there you go.
What's going on, man?
I'm chilling. How you doing today?
Man, doing all right, just hanging out.
All right, that's awesome. Yo, so just before we start, I just want everybody to know, make sure to submit your pictures or classic physique of the week. We do send back things when you win. And also, I just want everybody to know, keep tuning into these videos because they're going to get awesome. They're going to improve quality over time. So, anyways, back to where I was going. How you doing today? You might as well introduce the crowd to yourself, where you're from, what you do.
Man, my name is Barret Ward, and I live in Benton, Arkansas. And I guess at my daytime job, I am a drug rep in cancer. So I'm a hematology sales specialist. Spend my time in chemo labs.
Wow. How, see, that's why I asked that question because that's just fascinating because that sounds like something that could take a lot of time, but you're still getting it done, you know? Could you explain to people how you do that?
Man, discipline and creating a routine, a plan that works for yourself. So a lot of my stuff is over lunch and with physicians and with the nurses and in and out. So I created a blueprint that works for me, as for when I eat my meals and when I train and that way. So, I mean, it's nothing for me to eat cold food, nothing to put it on the dashboard and let it heat up, or heat it up, wrap it in foil and eat it a couple hours later. So, but it's just kind of something that I created for myself that to keep me disciplined. And my nurses, they know that I have my food in the fridge, or I will walk in the clinic with my food in my hand.
Wow, man, that's crazy. And the thing is that also blows my mind. You're a family man too, man.
Man, I've been
That is
changing
something.
diapers.
Wow, man, that's crazy. So going back to the whole prep thing, man. So I know I did go through your Instagram a little bit. And I know this wasn't your first national show. So what do you think that worked differently from this show compared to the other show?
Man, so let's see. I didn't have an Instagram until after I turned pro because I'm just not a big social media person. Then my wife and I talked and was kind of like, yeah, let's go ahead and get one. Now that you turn pro, kind of put it out there. And I kind of do mine, like you said, a family man. Mine's more of like family, fun, and fitness to show that you can do both. So
Hmm.
I did my first show ever was October in 2015. I did men's physique, about an 8 week prep, kind of got conned into it. Um, had no desire to step on stage. It was just kind of about just being me and doing, fitness and just staying healthy. And then, man, I kind of got, like I said, pushed into it. I did it. Kind of liked it a little bit. I like the discipline and the prep stuff. I like the process. Then I hired Fakari Mubarak as my coach, and did a national show, junior nationals in 2016. That was mine and his first show together. No placement, no nothing. My body didn't fit physique. A little too big is what I was told. I needed to drop weight more and give more of that look. So we moved over to classic physique, which was meant for like my body type, I guess. And yeah, that was I'd done junior nationals. Let's see, in men's classic physique, I'd done junior nationals 2017, masters nationals 2017, junior USA's this year, and then I won my pro card in junior nationals this year. So it was just taking the feedback and learning what exactly they're looking for and how to put that package together and come in tighter or drier, work on certain body parts. Where do you add your muscle? Where do you add your weight? A guy you interviewed a few weeks ago, maybe last week, I was watching him and he said it perfect. Most people don't have a plan of where they want to add their weight. So if they add 10 pounds, they step on stage 10 pounds heavier and the 10 pounds is distributed in their body, then what did they accomplish? They're the same exact bodybuilder, but a little bit bigger. It didn't accomplish anything. Where do you add your muscle and your weight? So I had some areas, like my lats to widen them out, and certain things that I needed to add my weight on.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely important. So did you have a coach throughout your entire time competing all these years?
So my very first show, I did it myself. The one that I did here in Arkansas, men's physique. I finished like second in my class. But then when I decided that I was going to step on the national stage, is when I hired Fakhri Mubarak. So I had him throughout all my national shows, and I've got some close friends around that do prep and they do training, and they keep an eye on me here just to kind of make sure nothing goes crazy. And some of them talk me off the ledge sometimes when I get a little you get a little mental whenever you're going through prep and you see your body every day. So,
Right. Is there any kind of training that you specifically do? I know some people do a lot heavier, some people might do a little bit lighter. What worked for you that made you be able to finally reach that milestone?
man, I'm a firm believer, and you hear Dave Palumbo say it, where blunt force trauma to the muscle builds muscle. So I go the whole way through prep until last week or so, where I pulled it off a little bit. But I go as heavy as I can for as many reps as I can. So I always shoot maybe 8 to 12 range. Um, and I break it down per body part. It just kind of depends. Like right now, I'm doing a push pull leg. So I'm doing chest, shoulders, triceps one day, back and biceps one day, legs one day. And then because of my travel schedule and then my work schedule, my days off come when I'm traveling all day or I can't get to the gym. So that's when I schedule in an off day, or your body tells you need one, because man, your body will talk to you if you listen to it. It will tell you what's going on. So
Was there any kind of way that did you ever train differently during prep, or was it always just the same thing straight through? With anything like that?
man, I'll look at my body and we take judge feedback. So we added an extra chest day for part of the training, more of an upper chest focus. We added an extra back day at one time because I needed the lats, the width, the thickness, in the back. My legs have been there from training them so hard for so long. So that wasn't really something that I had to just completely focus on during prep, although I'm a big believer in training legs twice a week anyway. I like that. I did lateral raises and shoulder stuff to cap off your shoulders and round them off to give more of that classic look to it. I did more shoulder work during prep, with throw in lateral raises, just extra exercises here and there.
Okay. Yeah, that is. So I know when you step on stage, was there any kind of body part that you had that you felt like, yes, this is my shot right here. I'm gonna get them all on stage with this one right here.
Man, I love to hit the front double, and I love to hit the abs and thighs. Uh, one you posted the other day on your page, of my abs and thighs is one of my favorite pictures of all time. It's like, yes. So you hit it, and you just show it just come out. So that one, the front double bicep, they can see you from the front. And when they look at you, it's like, okay, they can tell right then. Posing's everything, man. You can have a great body, but if you can't pose, you can't show it off, then, I mean, you just wait. I mean, so many times I walk around backstage, I look at people going, man, how am I going to beat that guy today? But then when you get on stage, you go to work, you outpose them.
Right. So how often do you pose every day, or is it just something that you do maybe when you get out shower, or do you put time out to just pose for maybe an hour? How's that work for you?
When I jump out of the shower, I'll pose a little bit. And then towards the end of the day, and then after my workout. So you don't want to go overboard with it, because you could create some bad habits and create some things that you don't want to bring to the stage. So about 5 minutes, during prep, it's 1 foot in the grave, man.
Right.
It is death. So you don't want to take all that energy. You want to hold on to some of it. So I practice about 5 minutes a day. I tell you what, my wife really has an eye for it because she's been to like national shows with me. We've watched videos, and she can adjust me a little bit and look at things and shots, and she'll take pictures of me when I practice to we'll take a few pictures of different angles and see what works the best. I work with Kenny Wallach. Kenny Wallach put me through the grind, and helping me get the right angle and the right tweak for my body and what works.
Okay. Yeah, because you were totally shredded. I definitely looked through a lot of your pictures. Yeah, you came in that show like really shredded, man. How was the
Appreciate
cardio
it.
looking for getting ready for that show, man? Because I already could know that was a lot.
Oh yeah, man. My cardio, my nutrition. My guy that I work with is a firm believer um, in conditioning. And I got a buddy, Tyler Woosley, that has Prestige Physiques that says he'd rather eat grass and do 8 hours of cardio a day than to come in out of shape. So we put very emphasis on it, man. 5 a.m. alarm goes off. I do 60 minutes a day in the
Wow.
morning. And it's we would do 30 seconds intervals, basically 30 seconds hard, a minute off, 30 seconds hard, a minute off, and just kind of casually through it. But those 30 seconds are all out, and I do that for 60 minutes. And that started, man, I think he got me to that 8 weeks out, 6 weeks out from junior USA's, and then carried on another 4 weeks to junior nationals. So the prep in between junior nationals and junior USA's was very hard. It was questioning myself daily. Is this the right thing? Should I even do this show? I'm about to have a baby. But,
Right.
it was a good decision to go up there and do junior nationals.
Wow, man. So what do you think you're going to do now? Now, since you're a pro, what is the next step from here?
Man, I'll be changing diapers in a little bit, man. But, man, I don't know. It'd be something to look at. I got some improvement to do. There's no doubt to be able to step on a pro stage. And it would have to find the right show for me. Ideally, I'd like to take a little time off to grow, to put on that extra. I mean, I only weighed in at 225 at junior nationals and competed at like 222, I think. So at my weight cap for 6'1" to 6'2" is 240 in the pros.
Right.
So I got some room to grow and got some feedback of some areas to work on. I need a lot of thickness in my back and some more lats. So ideally, for the perfect show for me would be at the end of next year, whereas my kid would be a year old. My daughters could start school in August, and I could start prep and say prep August, September, October, and do a show the first part of November, the end of October. But I don't know, man. Right now, like I said, newborn baby, just trying to be a family man, taking it up.
Right.
Then I take my daughters out on dates, take my wife out whenever before we had the baby and stuff, to kind of enjoy the stuff you miss during prep, because you become a hermit. I mean, it
Hmm.
is straight schedule, no social life, no anything.
I totally understand. The few times I prep, you kind of feel bad because you ain't taking your lady out nowhere, man. It's just like I gotta just think it, because there's no point going to a restaurant to order $8 worth of like chicken breast. You got all that at home, it ain't, I totally understand because definitely,
Uh-huh.
relationships and prep is definitely hard because, and especially, and I don't have any children, so I don't even imagine that's even a little bit more challenging. Do you think you could give any advice to any of the older guys out there with children and job, how to like get in shape and,
Man,
if they want to compete?
take care of your family first. But you can do it. I mean, my kids understand. I fix their food. I fix my food. They eat food that I eat. I mean, chicken and rice or chicken sweet potato or steak or fish or whatever. I mean, my wife eats that way. They eat that way. So we're always eating good food. The problem is we just can't go out. So go out to eat. If you get a cheat meal during prep, take your family. That would always be my family meal is what I'd call it. Not a cheat meal, family meal. Although I didn't get any cheat meals during this entire prep. He took them out. The whole prep, there was nothing. But man, I would just tell them to create a routine that works for them around their schedule, and then kind of stick to it and find out what works, how to eat, according to that. Pay attention to your family. Whenever you're tired, you take your nap, do whatever, get your food. But man, you just got to take care of them because they come first. They're most important. No matter what you're
Right.
doing on that stage, that family time is still more important than any of it.
Wow, man. I actually kind of running out of time here. But I would actually like, would you have any kind of closing statements to our audience here? Because you actually biggest, this third episode, this is the biggest one we had so much. We had a lot of people in here. So, with
Nice.
any kind of closing statement you like to ha add in there, man?
Man, have fun with it. Don't shut out everybody. Just go out, have fun with it. And if you do compete, compete to win, compete to lock it in, man. Just go on stage and create that plan. Set a goal, create a plan, and go to work. What works for you may be different than somebody else, but you create that blueprint and then you adjust it around it, man. And I always say, man, keep God first, put your family there, and then your fitness comes. So don't put this stuff in front of your family because, man, it can run it. Don't put it in front of other things because it can run it. Make it all work together because, like I said, my page and my Instagram page is about family, fun, and fitness, putting God first, doing the things that are important. And notice fitness is at that back,
Right.
because, you can stay in shape and not step on stage. I posted a picture today of what I looked like before I ever stepped on stage. Just stayed in shape. And that was eating a Pop-Tart every day before I worked out.
Okay. That is a really wonderful thing to say, man. I think a lot of bodybuilders they put the fitness in front of everything else and they end up losing their families and all this other stuff, and I totally see it out there. So that's really important that it's coming from you, man. Especially now since you're a pro. I know that probably touched with a lot of people with such a
Appreciate it.
statement like that. So anyways, guys, I would like wrap this one up. Make sure to go ahead and follow the page. Like I said, this is the third episode. We will be uploading this also to YouTube and on SoundCloud. So if you're doing cardio or something, you can listen to us just talk. So, again, thank you so much again for your time today because it was awesome. I learned a lot.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, all
All right,
right?
you too, buddy. Thank you.
No problem.